Hello there, this is Kush Sharma from Click Trainers, and today I've got a super important video for you which a lot of my subscribers have been asking for, which is to review the LMS platform called Spayee. So it's a great platform, and in this video I'm going to give you an in-depth look into this platform. All right, so first of all, what is Spayee? Spayee is a learning management system. And what is a learning management system? It's a complex name. It's just basically a service or a website that allows you, or rather a software that allows you to host your online courses. Okay, so like suppose you've created an online course and you need to put your videos and all these things somewhere, right? You can't do it on your own website, on your own hosting server of your website, because that will make things too slow. Okay, and if you simply just even if you embed it using YouTube or Vimeo or all these things, piracy comes into play, because then it can easily be shared. So what an LMS does is, you can host all your videos, and I'm going to be showing you all this. Okay, you can put all your videos inside this LMS service, and every time your student wants to purchase your course, they can purchase it. That functionality will also be provided by the LMS to take the payment and to deliver the platform where all your videos are hosted. And at the same time, it will give them, after the purchase, they'll give your student a unique login ID and a password that they can log in and watch your video. So things are secure for you. You get the payment, and your student also feels special because they have their own login ID and password. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you all this. So quickly, first of all, just so that you get an idea about how an LMS actually looks like, let's see my own example. So for example, my main course on Click Trainers, where I teach you how to start and create and sell online courses and start an online course business, is called Online Course Blueprint, which is this course here, and it has 5 modules, about different things that you need to do, and it has 130 videos. Okay, so it has all these videos which have been divided into 5 modules. The introduction module is a separate module. Then is module 1, which has these many videos. So these are different videos. Now, obviously, I need to store these 130 videos. So therefore, I decided to use Spayee LMS. Okay, just like people use Teachable and Thinkific, which are very popular companies also for LMS platforms. Okay, later on I'll also be telling you in this video why I chose Spayee as opposed to these companies, but all the LMS platforms that I'm showing you are very popular. Okay, in this we are concentrating on Spayee. So let me quickly just show you, okay, through a demo account of a buyer, okay, that I've created myself, how my student actually feels like when they are seeing this course inside Spayee. Okay, so I was using another browser, and here if I just click on, what's going to happen is when someone purchases your course through Spayee, so Spayee, after they've taken your payment, and I'm going to show you how to, I'll show you later how to integrate your payment portal like Instamojo with Spayee and all these things later on. But basically, once your student purchases your course, they're going to get like this URL. Okay, this is a URL that you will develop when you create your Spayee account, like a new account. You'll get your company name .spayee.com. Okay, and the moment your student buys it, they're going to get a couple of things. They're going to get this URL, so that every time they can come to this URL and they can log in, and they're also going to get a couple of other things, which are a password and an email that they would have already created when they purchased your course. Okay, so before purchasing the course, they would have made this, so they would already have these details. All this will be provided to them. The Spayee people automatically, the Spayee service automatically sends them an email which has all these details together. So after they've made the payment, so that they always have their access to that email where all these things are written. So basically, they're going to come to this URL. They're going to enter, their details. For example, this is the dummy account that I'm using. Okay, so I'm going to log in here, and they're going to see something like this. Okay, so it's going to say courses and my courses. So you want to click on my courses, and by the way, you can change the look of all these things. So I've not done too much here, because I like to keep things very plain and simple. But this is my main course, Online Course Blueprint, and you can see the moment if John was an actual person, so John would have purchased this. Let's say after logging in, he would see this, and then he click on this, and within this I have divided the whole course into these modules, and I'm going to be showing you how you can do that when I actually show you how to create courses and what we call as packages inside Spayee. Okay, so for example, let's say now John wants to start this course. He's going to watch the introduction module first. Click there, and then you can see Spayee has allowed me to put all these videos. For example, in the introduction module, I have 6 videos.
Hello there, welcome to the online course.
You can see this video is playing here. Once John completes this, John is going to move on to the second video, and it's just very nice. And then once he completes this module, he's going to go to module number 1, then 2, then 3, and then like that, he'll be able to complete the course. But the best part is Spayee or any LMS rather will allow you to just host your videos like this without you having any problems. It's not related to your website in any way, so there's no hosting problems, there are no piracy problems. Okay, and one thing I really like about Spayee is that let's say like my students need to ask doubts.
All right, welcome back. So I hope that you like it.
So for example, let's say benefits of starting an online course business. So one of my actual buyers, so Sri Ramamurthy, he wanted to ask a question that you've said something about this, so is this like people might have, your students will have doubts all the time. So one thing that I really like about Spayee is that they immediately offer, just below the video, your students can ask you doubts and you can just clear them. You can see I've just answered him straight away. Okay, so it's great. I'll show you this again when we actually go inside this Spayee platform. So, but this is how it's going to look, and when you're done with this, you're going to click and you can start with module 2 like this. Okay, and then you can keep going. So this is how my course on Spayee looks, and it's just a very, very convenient platform. So this is what an LMS basically is. That's what I wanted to dedicate the first part of this video to. Okay, now let's move on to the second part. All right, so let's come back to Spayee, and this time let's see how things will start. Okay, so you'll have to obviously you'll be doing this for the first time, so you can just click on this option which says get started for free, and then you'll be able to create your own account. I have a separate dummy account. I'm not going to show you my ClickTrainers account because there's a lot of sensitive information there about my course. So I have another account also, which is for my other business, but I never really use Spayee for that, which is called Creative Pad Media, where I sell photography related courses. I never use Spayee for that, but I just wanted to try out things. So it's just a trial account that I created on my personal email. Otherwise, you can even use your business email here when you're creating this Spayee account. Okay. But that doesn't mean that name will come here. You can change that first name like creativepadmedia.spayee.com, and even though I was using the email, my personal email, okay, so you can always change this. Now this is an account that I don't really use, but this is how things will look to you when you log in. New to your account, you can change your logo and all these things, and so you can see welcome Creative Pad Media. And the most important thing that you're going to do is create your first course. Okay, so how it works is, now it's up to you. For example, when I was showing you this demo account for online course blueprint, you can see that John has to click on this, and then inside this there are multiple courses. Okay, that's because online course blueprint is a huge course, and I divided that into separate modules, and each module has videos. So what I did was I had two choices. One was that I can simply go here on content, go to courses, okay, and click on create a course. Okay, give it a title, for example, online course blueprint. Okay, it's very easy to create a course. Instructor will be Kush Sharma. Okay, and you can select normal course here. I don't want to get into this. This is slightly advanced SD card course and gamified course. But you can see it's very easy to create something like this. Right now it's unpublished, but I can click on this, and then what I can do is I can go to this option which says course builder. And it's very easy, just add a new chapter. Okay, so you can either, you can go to video, you can either upload a video, which means that you'll be using Spayee's own servers. Okay, so if you have a video that is already made, you can upload it and you'll be using Spayee's own hosting servers. Now that has a limitation, okay, which I'll show you later when I talk about the pricing of this Spayee LMS. So if you don't want to have any sort of limitations on how much your students can consume the data and all, I'll talk about that later. You have the option that you can upload the video somewhere else apart from Spayee and then embed that video here. Okay, so for example, like let's if I go to my ClickTrainers account on YouTube, let's just take any video. Okay, so I just made recently this video, how to connect Instamojo with Zapier. So if I just take the URL of this, now this is uploaded on YouTube, that means it's hosted on YouTube, but I can still embed it on Spayee. Okay, so then that means I won't be using Spayee's server. That means those limitations that Spayee has for uploading will not apply here. Okay, so I can select it like this. You can see I can click on submit, and it's just gonna get that YouTube video here. Okay, then I can click on save. I can click on save changes. Okay, and now if I preview this course, you can anytime preview. So right now we're in the course builder. If I preview this course, it'll show you that it's going to look like this. Now the trouble with YouTube video embedding is that if someone does this, right clicks, you get copy video URL. Okay, and then the problem is that, they can even embed it. That means again, you're at risk for piracy. Okay, so if you don't want your videos to get pirated and you don't want to have all this risk, then if you go back here, if I go to course builder, okay, let's add a new chapter here. We go to video. Now we know we have an issue with YouTube because it's very easy to copy YouTube. Okay. And by the way, this applies even if you're using, even though this video here is a public video, but even if a video is unlisted, it's still going to apply. Okay, I've seen that. So YouTube, you can take a chance, but then anybody can copy your videos. So one option is obviously the first option, you use Spayee servers. In that case, you just upload and the uploading process will take place here. But then the limitation that I'm going to talk about later of using Spayee servers will come into play. Okay, so what do I do for online course blueprint? What I did was I used Vimeo. Okay, so Vimeo, if I go here, is Vimeo? Yeah. So Vimeo, if you go for the paid plan on Vimeo, so I use this plan called the Plus plan of Vimeo, okay, which costs me around in Indian rupees, it's just like 1100 rupees a month. Okay, so it is an additional cost, and they allow you to upload a certain amount of it's 5 GB per week. Okay, which is a lot, trust me. And what I do is I uploaded all the videos of online course blueprint on Vimeo. Okay, because what Vimeo does is Vimeo has additional security when you go for their paid plans, like the Plus plan that I have. And with that, I can specify there, and Spayee actually shows you. Spayee has in their help documents that they have on their support forum on Spayee. Spayee has a very good support forum, not a forum, but like they have a documents section or article section where all these articles are listed about what to do, how to do. So they show you how to integrate Vimeo, your Vimeo account, like your Vimeo Plus account with Spayee. Now, the advantage of doing that is that if I upload a video on Vimeo, so I'm not using Spayee servers, but because of that extra security, people cannot copy your videos like that. So if I were to go to Vimeo and paste the link of one of my Vimeo videos here as opposed to a YouTube video, and I click on submit, it looked the same, just like the YouTube video looked. It's just that nobody will be able to copy that URL because of the features that Vimeo provides you, but it is an additional cost. Okay, so I'll talk about this a bit later when I come to the pricing part of Spayee. But basically, you've got three options. You can just ignore these two. So either you upload, you use YouTube, or you use Vimeo. Okay, so right now I'm not going to log into my Vimeo account. It's just the same. You get the link of the video and you put it. But there's just some other settings that you have to perform on Vimeo where you tell Vimeo that, look, this video cannot be copied. So just make it fully private, okay? So nobody can copy the link of that. Fine, but that's how you make the video. Let's quickly add another chapter. I'm just going to use YouTube for example. So I'm just going to take one more video here. So maybe I'll take this. Okay. So go to video. Again, I'll just use YouTube here and just click on submit. So we got two chapters here. Chapters just means your videos, okay? And if I preview the course right now, the course looks like this, okay? So this is how you make courses, and then I can click on publish course. And you can see I can set a course price. It's available for sale right now. It'll take you automatically to the pricing part, which is here. So details, pricing. So I can set a price also. So let's say I've uploaded all the videos and I say the price is $4.99. Okay, and payable price, right now I'm not giving any discount. Otherwise, you can also do that. If you're giving a discount, you can set the list price here, and you can set the selling price here. Okay, and yeah, that's about it. So there's also other settings, like this is an important one: purchase cart with functionality or single course checkout. I'm not going to get into this right now, but I use single course checkout, which means that first, when you give the link of the course to any of your student, first they'll purchase your course and then they'll make the account on Spayee. So you get the payment first, and after that is the time that when they make their account on Spayee and they get access to the course. So it's just a faster way of getting the payment first, and it just increases your conversions. Okay, but this is also popular. Purchase cart with functionality is like how most of the websites work. So if you give a link to your student, they'll first have to create their account on Spayee, like the student account, and then they will pay, and then they'll get access to the course. So it's just the reverse. I like using this, but I've used this also, and this is not such a big problem. You can experiment with both, but right now don't worry about it, okay? So I'm going to click on submit. Okay, so we just have to select like a category. So maybe we can say this course comes in the category of online course creation, maybe. Okay, just giving you like an example. Okay, So it's saying that's still not available for sale because we have to tick this option which says website. Okay. And then we're going to click on submit, and that's it. We're done. Okay. So now if I just go on to this URL that is showing list course for sale, and here you can see a URL. If I just copy this, if I paste it somewhere, you'll be able to see that this course here, I can change all these images and all later, the cover image and all, but right now somebody can come here and buy. If they click on buy, they'll be directed to Instamojo. Now, how have I connected this to Instamojo? I'm just going to show you in some time, because Spayee has a built-in integration with Instamojo, which is one of the most popular payment portals in India. But you can see in just few seconds, I was able to upload my course and have it for sale. Okay. So I'm going to go back to courses. So we have this course ready, right? So we just created this new course called Online Course Blueprint here. Now, if I was following this approach, okay, if we go back to the Online Course Blueprint actual course, it has 130 videos like this. So if I'm just going with one course like this, okay, like this, then I'll have to add chapter, and keep on adding. In this single course, I'll have to add all the 130 videos, which is also fine. You can do that. There's no harm. But what I like to do is, so that my student just kind of stays more organized, I like to divide my course into modules, and each module is a separate course. Okay, so for example, let's just say that, let's try to just change the name for this. Probably let's say this was module 1. Okay. And I'll just click on submit. Okay. Okay. And go back to courses, and the name would have changed here. So module 1. And let's say I'm just picking out, I'm not going to make the course again. Let's say the sample course is module 2. Okay. And let's say, just for simplicity's sake, I just have 2 modules. Okay. Now, I want to sell these 2 modules together as a course. That's what I want to do, because I don't want to tell my student, listen, for organization's sake, I've divided it into modules, so you have to buy each module separately, and that's how you can, so they'll have to purchase it 5 times. Okay, that'll be too inconvenient, and that'll decrease your conversions. Okay, so how can we sell these 2 modules? Let's assume this module 1 and here's sample course. Okay, we want to sell this together. So what we can do is Spayee gives this wonderful option called as packages. So I can go to packages, I can click on create new package. I can title it, let's say I call it Online Course Blueprint, whatever the name of your main course is. Okay, so you can see I can click on this, and here it's going to ask you package builder. Go to package builder, and I can search from the titles to add it here. Okay, all the courses that I've just created. So I want to add module 1. Okay, click on 1, and the other module 2 was, we didn't change the name, but it was sample course. So you're assuming this is module 2, and boom, it's done. Okay, so if I go back to, we can set the pricing for so this time we are setting the pricing for the package and not for the individual course, because we are selling 2 things together. So again, something like this, let's say 9 website, just make sure you tick this, and that's it. You click on submit category. So you basically, you're doing the same thing even for the package, what you did for the individual course. Okay, submit, and boom. Okay, so if I just copy and paste this now, and you can see, okay, now this time it's going to show you something called, if you scroll down here, it's going to show you package contents, and within that, all the courses that make up this package are being seen. So you can just see, Spayee makes things very, very convenient. Okay, it's completely up to you how you want to sell your course, and you can see even the uploading part was so convenient. Okay, let's just see some other things also in Spayee. For example, when I clicked on all these things, it directed me to Instamojo. So how do I integrate that? So, you can go to integrations here, and you can go to third party. So don't go to integrations. I'll show you integrations later. The payment part comes in, here in settings. So you go to settings and then go to payment, and under payment gateway details, you'll be able to select your payment gateway like this. Okay, Instamojo. So you can see we have a lot of options: Paytm, PayUmoney, Instamojo. That's why it's great, especially for Indian course creators, because it's an Indian company, and you have all these main Indian gateways associated already. They have the integration. This is a huge point, trust me, for Indian course creators, especially because when we go to the pricing and I compare the pricing to Teachable and Thinkific, this is one of the reasons why Spayee becomes very, very cheap. I'm going to talk about later. Okay, but I use Instamojo here. You can even use different currencies. So let's say if you want to have a separate button, maybe you're selling your course to someone from America, maybe you can even use dollars. I've not tried that. I've stuck to rupees till now. And here is the I've just blurred this part, as you can see, but this is the part where you'll be entering all the API key, the secret key, and all these things from your Instamojo account, so that you get the permission to use it here. Okay, so you can see it's very, very easy to use all this on Spayee. All right, then if we come back here to integrations, they also have some integrations, like for example, when I talked about Vimeo, so you'll have to enter if you plan to take a Vimeo Plus account like I did, that does increase your cost. You'll get an access token that you can put here that will connect your Vimeo account to Spayee. There are also a couple of steps you'd have to take. Spayee has an article on that. So if you just go to Google and type Spayee Vimeo, you'll find those articles. Also, you can just go to their resources document, okay, the FAQ document. Also, you can connect your Google Analytics account to Spayee. You can have your Facebook pixel here. So that your ads can be tracked and all these things. Okay, I'm having a bit of problem with this, to be frank. This is one of the issues where I feel Spayee can improve, because for me, some of the things did not work with the Facebook pixel, though I'm in touch with their team and they have an amazing team, which I'm just going to talk about later. How good their support is, I'll just be talking about that later, okay? And if you have Zapier, Zoom, so you can even do, Zoom meetings inside Spayee and all these things. Right now, I don't want to get into that. They have email integrations, but I think it's only for MailChimp if you have a MailChimp account. So I use ConvertKit, so that's a separate thing. Don't worry about email integrations too much. It's always better to use a separate email software. Okay, so that is not a big point here. And one of the very, very important things that I wanted to show you was that, Spayee allows you to do something very, very important, which is, if I go to courses, okay, and let's say I just created, or let me rather go to packages. So we created this package, and let's say we gave this link to someone and they buy it and all is fine, okay? But let's say sometimes what can happen is, and I've noticed this when I sell my own courses, is that maybe, somebody's not able to buy it, okay? Maybe they were getting redirected or it was not working for them. And they're asking you, Kush, I'm trying to pay through Spayee, but I cannot pay. So 99% of the times that does not happen. I'm just saying, sometimes what can happen is you might want to accept payment from someone, not from Spayee, but externally. Maybe let's take an example. Let's say you want to sell your course, okay? You are talking to someone, like physically you're talking to someone, okay, around you, and you are showing your course and they say, Kush, can you just accept cash? I'm just paying you cash right now. I don't want to do this whole online thing. So you say, okay, I'm going to take the cash from you. I'm just giving you an example. I'm going to take the cash from you, okay? But now, how do you give them the access? Okay, because all those things haven't happened. Like they didn't create an account with Spayee because they did not buy it from the Spayee button, the payment button. So this is where Spayee gives you a very good option, which is you can also manually enroll users. Okay, so let me show you how that works. So for example, this is my package. So if I click on learners here, so right now it has no learners. Usually it'll show you the emails and the names of all the people who have bought from you. But what you can do here is that, suppose you've taken that payment from that person. So you can give them this particular link, okay, that is CreativePad Media, that is your company's name.spayee.com. And the moment they go there, they'll see something like this, okay? This was our dummy account that we were creating, okay? If I go to my profile and if I log out, they'll see something like this, creativepadmedia.spayee.com. They'll create an account, and you just tell them, once you've created an account, just tell me the email you used. You search for that email here, okay? And then you simply click on plus enroll, you search for the email that they just created the account with, and you just add them. So you can also add someone that you took a payment in a different way. And trust me, that is sometimes required, okay? At least, every time I do a webinar and I sell online course blueprint, there are one or two students who are somehow not able to pay through Spayee. Maybe they're having some issues. So they tell me that, Kush, I'll send you the money by GPay, or I'll do something else. Can you give me a separate link on some other payment platform? Instamojo is not working for me. So I say, okay, no problem. You can pay me on GPay or Paytm or something. And then I give them the link, they create the account, and I enroll them manually. Again, this is a very important point, and I'll talk more about this when I go to the pricing part of the other platforms like Teachable and Thinkific, okay? So you can see overall, Spayee just does everything that you really, really want, except for that Facebook pixel thing that I'm still in touch with the Spayee people. We are exchanging some emails as we speak. Hopefully that will be sorted out. It doesn't really have any issues for me till now, okay? because it was a huge risk that I took because it was not a very popular platform. But like when I talk about the pricing on Teachable and Thinkific, you'll understand why I chose Spayee. Okay, I was ready to give this company a chance. Okay, and of course, it's from India, so I even felt a bit of pride because there was no LMS that I could think of that time, which was very very popular like Teachable and Thinkific, and Spayee was fighting it out, and I said let's help them, let's see if they've got it within themselves. Talking about that, they've got a fantastic support. Okay, so their support is so good that today morning I was on WhatsApp with one of their people, and he was helping me out. You can always open this up when you're on your account, and they'll help you out. I won't say they always reply immediately, but they definitely always reply. That is the important thing. Okay, and sometimes they'll call you. You have their numbers. You can talk to the big people in the company. Okay, directly to the person who's in charge of the department. You can talk to them. So you just feel very close. It's still a small company which is growing, and I wish them all the luck. Till now, I have had a good experience. I took a risk with Online Course Blueprint, but why did I take that risk? Okay, obviously, as course creators, we also have to see whether our students will be happy with the platform. We also have to be a bit selfish. So obviously, I had to see everything, but the main reason was pricing. Okay, I'll be honest with you, because when you go to something like Teachable, okay, let's go. Teachable, perhaps the most popular platform. It's an amazing platform, amazing company, growing very rapidly. Okay, and a lot of especially Indian course creators, they use Teachable. But why didn't I use? Because of pricing. So if I go to pricing here, the thing is, if it was basic, no problem. But I know that you have to take the pro plan. Okay, if you really want your conversions to be high. Now, why is that the case? Because if I go for the basic plan here, everything is good, but when it comes to the selling part, there's no association or there's no integration built in with Instamojo. Okay, that is the main issue. And because you don't have that, you'll mainly have to rely on very less payment options for your Indian customers. Okay, for example, probably I think PayPal and some international credit cards and all these things. But you can see like with Instamojo or like a Razorpay, you have so many built-in Indian payment options, which increases your conversions. Now, you can have that payment integrated also with Instamojo. So that means, here in this video, how to connect Instamojo with Zapier. This is one of the things I talk about. You can check it out on my blog. This was my latest video. You can use a company like Zapier to connect Instamojo with Teachable. But there's a catch. And the catch is that integration is not possible on the basic account. You have to go only for the pro account. This is the catch. And it's not even $99 a month. This is if you pay annually. If you pay on a monthly basis, which I would like to, it's $120 a month, $119 a month to get that just for that one feature, which is I want to integrate Instamojo with Teachable account. That just makes it super expensive. This is close to 10,000 rupees, which I was not going to pay. And later on, I'll of course be showing you Spayee's own pricing. Okay, let's go to Thinkific. So Thinkific is probably the second most popular platform. Again, a great company. People like Lewis Howes here that we just saw. Great motivational speakers use it for their online courses. But if you go to the pricing part, again, if you use the basic account, it's a good price, but it doesn't allow you that Indian payment portal integration with Zapier. Okay, you cannot do that. You can only do that on the pro account, which again, if I go on monthly, slightly cheaper than Teachable, but still at $99 a month. And also other things, like I'm not sure about Teachable, but in Thinkific, I did the research. That thing that I showed you that you can manually enroll someone, that is also only possible on the pro account. As far as, if I remember correctly, that's not possible on the basic account. So you can see that Spayee is giving you all this. Okay, so for example, now if I click on pricing at Spayee, you're getting all that only at 3,000 rupees a month. Okay, and it's, for me, it's absolutely a great price. You can see it's almost 1/3 lesser than all these companies, and probably I think 1/4 lesser than Teachable, or 1/3 rather. Okay, but because it's a fixed expense. You're paying this every month, and I keep repeating this even in my emails and other things. Fixed expenses are very, very important because you're paying them like a rent every month. Okay, so try to get the best and the lowest amount that you can pay always. Okay, but of course you have to see quality, and that's why I made this video. That till now I've been happy with the quality of Spayee. Okay, if tomorrow I'm not, if my number of students increase and maybe it cannot take the load or something like that happens, I'm always open to a shift. You will be seeing an update on this video. But till now, it's been 3 months and I have been very, very happy with Spayee. Okay, because this is a pretty good price to have all that with. Now, I also want to talk about this thing. Okay, so if you use Spayee's own servers to upload the videos, then you have to be within this bandwidth, like 50 GB bandwidth. It increases as your price increases. Okay, so this basically means how much data your students are consuming every time they watch their video. Now, I'm still kind of confused about this because I've been trying to estimate about how much my students are consuming, because that will depend on the number of students, that will depend on the number of videos that you have, how big your videos are, how fast your students are watching, all these things. So I've still not been able to do a calculation and estimate whether I will be able to just get away without Vimeo. That's what I'm saying. So I don't have to pay Vimeo. Okay, I'm still doing those calculations with Spayee. And if I have a good answer for this, I'm still researching on this, then I'll let you know what exactly is the calculation, because some people are saying that, don't just calculate by the size of the video, because when you upload the video to Spayee, it compresses. So it'll actually reduce, saves on the data consumed and all these things. So I'm still researching on it, because the last thing that I want to happen is that, that my students are just watching and I finish off this bandwidth limit and then I can't use it for the rest of the month. Okay, that would be a disaster for my students. So that's the reason why I was a bit scared and I went for Vimeo. But I'm still researching on this, and whenever I have a proper answer to this, that whether this is enough, the 50 GB or whatever GB they offer, whether this is enough for a long course and for a lot of students, even if they increase a lot, the students, I'll let you know, okay? But right now, I'm using Vimeo and I'm not using Spayee servers, just to be on the safe side. But it's still a new thing for me, and I'll keep researching about that. But overall, trust me, even if I use Vimeo, it just comes to 1,000 rupees extra. I don't mind that. At least my courses are not going to get pirated, so I have peace of mind. But why should I even pay that 1,000 rupees if I come to know that this bandwidth is enough for me? So I'm going to research on that and let you know about this. I think if you don't have a very long course and if you don't intend to have too many students, you can definitely go for this. You won't need Vimeo, but we'll see. Okay, I'll make an update to this. But in this video, I wanted to give you an in-depth look into Spayee. Till now, it's been 3 months. My verdict is it's a great platform. Do give these people a shot, and you never know. You can end up saving money and you can have a very pleasant experience. For me, except for the Facebook Pixel part, let me repeat that. Everything with Spayee has been super, super smooth, right from the doubt clearing, which was a big issue. I wanted the doubt clearing section to be good. So that was good. The uploading part was good. The pricing part was good. The way what happens after my student makes the payment and how easily they get access to the course, that is also very important. Okay, that is very, very important, because that's where your conversions and support system can take a bit of stress. I don't want every time my student to contact me, listen, I didn't get that email from Spayee or something. That has hardly ever happened. That means even the delivery of the course is so smooth and the payment is so smooth. What else can I ask for at this price? Okay, so overall, my recommendation as of now is definitely go for Spayee if you feel like. All right, so I hope that you like this video. I'm going to see you soon. Bye for now.